Michigan backcountry couple and co-hosts, Canadian native Colleen Kuehl and American husband Johnny Kuehl. I'm going to say Johnny B. Kuehl since I know that now. Make no claim to being professional outdoor adventurers. However, both in their 50s have an amazing enthusiasm for paddling, backpacking, camping, and overlanding. They also find a great deal of pleasure simply sitting around a campfire, sharing a beverage with old friends and new friends alike. Their show, Backcountry Couples, airs on YouTube. And with that, welcome to the show, kids.
Oh, Canada.
We got a little Canada in the house. Why not? It's the last show, honey. Come on.
Hey, speaking of which, how did Toronto do?
Oh, would you stop it? You're going to start a brawl on the other end of this now.
We're going to have a good old Donnybrook, eh?
People are going to be, exactly. Everyone's, stop. Oh, I know, but you're representing. That's really nice, honey.
Yeah, I got my stuff.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy pre-Friday.
Let's go.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Colleen. So this is Backcountry Couples.
I'm your co-hostess with the mostest.
Yes, you are. I like that. This is season 3. It's also the last episode of season 3.
Yes.
So we're at episode 13.
So launch
you know
that.
what? We will cheers to that, my dear.
Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Some of us have to get up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, but it's
you
okay.
do have a good day tomorrow, but that's okay. We always want to say thank you for showing up, tuning in, all that great stuff. A couple weeks ago, we had Brian and Michelle on from Cruising with the Colemans. And was
super
that
cool couple. You got to go check them out, especially if you like the Camino.
Sheesh. So these two are cruising all over. They're teachers.
Literally.
Right. They are cruising all over. So they're teachers, which means in the summertime, that's when they do a lot of their, escapades and their escaping and all of their beautiful adventures.
Escapades.
You like that? I know. And one of the things that they are doing is the Camino for the 5th time. And
they're taking a different route.
Right. So if you are interested in doing the Camino, which we are, we highly encourage you to check them out, follow them, and see kind of what they got going on, which is awesome. But go check out that last episode because I think you're going to love it. It was awesome. And it was Cinco de Mayo last weekend.
Right.
Yeah. And it was May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So if you were a Star Wars person, that's kind of fun.
And then we had Revenge of the Sixth.
And then, yes, we had that. But we had an awesome weekend last weekend. We celebrated Cinco de Mayo.
We hosted a Cinco de Mayo overland event.
We did.
Up on the Manistee River Trail. Manistee River, not the trail.
Yeah, the river.
We were close to the trail, but we were near.
We had 30 friends join us.
30 friends, so it was 15 rigs, 16 rigs.
Yep, and it was a fabulous event. It was, kid friendly, family friendly, puppy friendly.
Yeah.
We had some fun and games, photo booth. We did a communal,
bunch of food,
taco bar, which I love anything communal like that. It's just so awesome.
Just screams potluck.
It does scream potluck, which was great. And then we had
big ass pancakes.
And then we had Pancake 2.0. So we're going to start sharing that. I want you to see this. John has a paella pan, which is like, I don't know, this big. It's just crazy.
16 inches.
And that's how big our pancake was. So we made 2 pancakes for 30 people. It was wild.
And it was enough. We had a little bit of leftovers.
We did. So those are big pancakes. We always want to say thank you, right, to Mickwick. So thank you so much for supporting us and sponsoring us for 3 seasons in a row. Are you looking at my hat, honey?
Right there.
This is a well-loved hat. I love this one. It's all good. Yep, it's good.
It's dirty.
I know. So we love that Mickwick has supported us for all this, and thank you so much in supplying, gifts and treats and prizes and our backcountry couples little swags that we have.
Yes.
So
we had giveaways at the Cinco de Mayo event.
We did.
He gave us a big
awesome
prize package
to have some sponsorship which was incredible. For that. So Mickwick, all natural fire starters, right?
This is the Weekender.
Yes, it is.
The tricolored.
It's beautiful.
Actually,
I love it.
It's
kind of like jewel color, but they're waterproof. There's no kindling needed. There's no wood products. They're all natural. Favorite,
burn up to 20 minutes.
Lightweight.
And all of our guests on the show get the exclusive Backcountry Couples thank you package.
It's a party pack.
Party pack. You get the red, white, and blue. USA all the way. And Oh Canada colors.
Oh Canada. There you go. That was actually really nice.
Are you showing your Canada or
I
what?
was just Canadaing. That's it.
And a bonus one.
So which is really nice for that. And hopefully you love these products as much as we do. Not only do they have the fire starters, they have the swag, we got the caps, we got fun things going on. But start your morning, kids.
Which is the supplies are dwindling.
They are.
For the lightly smoked applewood smoked coffee beans, medium roast.
Love them.
Said it before, and I'll say it one more time. It's like having a sip of coffee at a campfire.
It's so true.
Delicious.
They're delicious.
It's very, very mild, very smooth.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just nice to share that this weekend with everybody too.
Yeah.
So hopefully you love these. Go check these out on McWickFires.com.
And if you do,
use
the code KeelQuest for the space between the keel and the quest. You get 15% off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you don't put a space, you don't get no discount.
No space, no discount. I love that.
No space, no discount. No fire starter for you.
No, our journey to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan has started. And we're going to continue to share our progress with our
progress.
It's a progress.
It's progress.
It's progress. So you see kind of what we're up to, what we're getting into, what is happening. We're doing everything like the real deal, real time. It's not going to be sugar coated. It's not going to be, smoke and mirrors, all that kind of stuff. And we want you to follow along.
Please do.
We just posted a nice little video a couple weeks ago in regards to our little stream that we found after it was uncovered from the snow. We hope it is not a seasonal stream and it's continued all year round, but we'll see when we're going up next Friday.
We shall find out.
Yeah. And on that note, when we were up there last, we did do installation of some trail cams.
Yep.
So a video is coming out, and that's actually going to be tonight at 9 p.m.
Nothing going on right now. Just checking.
Oh, yeah, he gets alert to that. So you're going to see that in the video. We're going to do a little premiere at 9 p.m. tonight. So, if you guys are up and about after what we have going on, it'd be nice to kind of see you in the chat. So join in if that's cool with you guys. And like we said at the top of the show, it is a last show. It's also going to be a giveaway. Okay.
Right.
And we're going to do a giveaway we're doing the Weekender. So you get the Weekender.
Yeah.
You're going to get the coffee.
The coffee.
Yep.
And you get a couple of patches.
Yeah. The McWick patch and the KeelQuest patch. So
the KeelQuest patch.
Oh,
it glows in the dark.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's actually it's really cool. It is. It's pretty awesome.
Super cool.
It is. It is. So this is going to be open to the U.S. and Canada residents.
Yeah.
Right? Because we love everybody equally, of course. And here is the question.
Question is, how many acres did we purchase?
How many acres did we purchase in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? But don't put it in the chat.
Don't.
You need to email us. John, put the email up, please. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. And email us at keelquest@gmail.com with your answer.
All correct answers. We'll put in, one of those little wheelie, spinny correct answer things. I feel that's the official term, right?
A wheelie dealy thing.
It's like the spin thing.
I'm gonna go bird hunting. That big thing that goes cluck cluck cluck.
I don't know.
Come on, woman. Put it together.
And then we'll share who the winner is, and then we will gladly, post out.
Okay, Miss Coordinator. When do they have? How long do they have?
I like that idea. Okay, so let's do. You say
Saturday night.
1 week. Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Saturday. Got it.
I got till Saturday night, midnight.
So Saturday. So Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, we'll do it.
We'll do a little wheelie dealy draw.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I know, right? And if you love what you see and enjoy hanging out with us,
hit the thumbs down.
Hit the thumbs down or up. We don't really care. It's all good. We just want you to join in and join our fun because we do always have a really, really good time. And and we always want to thank everybody who is sharing out our live stream on a weekly basis. So that is so sweet. And everyone watches from different places all over the place too.
Just saying.
So can we say hi to everybody in the chat, honey? Who do we got?
Relax, woman.
I'm excited. Who's here? Doc.
Doc. Season finale.
Doc wants to try the coffee. Yeah, he does. Tangent. Wait. He's on trail. Ooh, where are you?
Watching on trail. I have great FIM.
Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome.
Super goods here.
Bummer. It's the end of the season. Oh, thank you. Oh,
All
our
right.
guest, one of our guests is here. Canoehound, hello.
Try duty.
Hey, what up, Mark? Hey, how are you?
Ooh, Suzanne.
Mrs. Hashtag is in the house. Suzanne.
Hello, Texas Hikeaholics.
Who? Wait a minute. These guys are interested in doing the Camino too. So we need to have a little get together, chat with everybody.
Chat.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like yet, but we need to do something with them. So that's fun. And we have others who are actually not in the chat, but they're just watching. So that's great too. And we love that.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody.
C&J.
Whoa, there's some Michigan peeps.
Haven't seen that one in a while. Off Grid and Jay and Jen.
Jay and
Hello.
Jen.
Hey guys.
Bigfoot sighting on your new oh, maybe.
I'll tell you, there was a sighting, something that was big and brown. Just saying.
We'll chat about that too, which is kind of crazy.
Not black, it was brown.
Right. So one of the things that we love to do, obviously, is encourage questions. Right. And if you have a question for our guests, it's always best to put it in the form of a question. We like a capital K in front of the word question. Because
we're weird.
John can see it. No, Jay from Backcountry, Beauty of the Backcountry is brilliant. Why did we not think of that?
What do you say, Jay?
I know, right? So anyway,
they just got a new video up too.
Yeah, so we're excited for that. Obviously, Canada's in the house tonight because you can see we're representing. I don't have a flag. I had a little flag, but I couldn't find it.
You gave it away.
I did I must have given it away. That's okay. It's all good.
Is it?
It is all good.
Sure?
It is. It is.
On with the show.
And it is going to be on with the show. So everybody, thanks for hanging out. We are so excited to have our guest tonight. Are you ready? Here we go. We have Canada in the house tonight. These Backcountry Bros share a love of camping, canoeing, fishing, and bushcrafting. One is the host of an outdoor adventure show, a puppy snuggler, and a canoe flippin' superhero. The other is the president of an outdoor adventure supply company, watchmaker, and backcountry pirate. But both are awesome backcountry chefs. And I always love a good quote. This is the quote that I got. Get up, get motivated, get outdoors. So welcome from Canoehound Adventures and Kid Products, Dennis and Ingo's in the house. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Ingo, we get to hang out with the cool kids.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, looking forward to this. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. We look forward to having you guys on the show, man. It's awesome.
So here we go. I got to put it up already.
What?
Right here, because they already said I did some homework. Such a sleuth. That's right. So Super Good always says that. So I'm just saying, prepare yourself, guys.
Really?
Get ready, boys.
We're ready.
Anyway.
Here, Colleen, I have to say, I am. Yes. Let's see, get this the right way. Holy cow. Canada representing right there.
Yay! I love it. I love it. It looks so good. Oh, that's perfect. So good. Oh my gosh.
I got my Canadian flag up here too.
Yes, because you're represented on with your emblem, which is a good logo. I love that. Yeah. So we always love, to say how we got to know you guys. But I think first we saw Dennis. We found you. God, I don't know if it was like in 2020 or the end of 2019 or something like that, maybe with your show.
Yep.
Somewhere around there. But we found you through Sty North's live stream. Okay. Yeah. So right, and we kind of saw you in the chat, and it was through Sty because I had to think back. But that's where that was from. And then we just kind of got connected, on both sides of the border, right? Where we got to meet, other Canadian peeps making impact and adventure stuff like you, Ingo. So that was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then we met you guys in person finally. So that was cool. We met you guys at Canoecopia. Oh, down, honey. Yeah. Yeah. So we met you guys there. That was last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got the same shirt on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my God. Do you have any more shirts or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just kidding. But so that was really nice to, meet people they've only ever chatted with or done live streams with or whatever. That's always like just so super cool. And then we were just chatting, in the green room, and Ingo, you didn't get a chance to come this Canoecopia, unfortunately, but we met your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Yeah, he's the H in Kid Products. Yeah.
He's the H, exactly. The H. I love that. So how did you two meet?
I don't know.
You can tell the story, or I can tell. It don't matter to me.
You tell the story.
Okay.
Let's see here. It all started a few years back when went to, I think it was the Toronto Sportsman Show, and I was looking for a product, being a stick stove of all things.
Oh.
And I was looking for one that was called the fire? Wait, hey, help me out. What was that one called?
You were looking for the firebox, weren't you?
A firebox, yes. I was looking for the firebox because, they had a pretty good marketing thing going on Instagram and stuff. And I thought somebody at the show would be carrying this thing, but to my surprise, nobody was carrying it. But I happened to come across the display for kid products that was there. And I hummed and hawed over their stove. And this is kind of a testimonial to their stove as well. But I hummed and hawed over it for a while. And I talked to, I think it was Ingo here actually. And eventually I ended up buying one, but I bought their cheapest version of their stove that I could, just to try it out, because I wasn't sure. I was a little skeptical. I had my heart set on the other brand. And right from there, it was all go. So I proceeded to use this stove for about a year. And the next year at that Toronto Outdoor Adventure Show, I happened to come across the boys here again, and I made a beeline to them, and I just wanted to go tell them. I said, been using your stove I bought last year. I was a little skeptical on it at first because I didn't know the brand, but I absolutely love the stove. And I didn't know these guys, and a lot of people think, I hype them up because I know them. Well, this is way before we started hanging out together, that I really like their product, and I wanted them to know that, just like I let a lot of my product suppliers know if I get to meet them, and it's an honest, unbiased opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So Ingo and I got to chatting and stuff like that, and that wasn't before he sold me another one, being, I think, one of the titanium stoves. But I knew exactly what I was getting at that point, and it was a good thing. But me being in business, being a sign maker, and Ingo and I, we're just talking. He was telling me a bit about himself, and because he's a personable guy. He told me a bit about him. I told him a bit about me, and he goes, "Hey, we need printing for our business." Now, he's located in Oakville, and I'm located in the heart of Niagara. And he says, "Yeah, I'll come down one day, and I'll check out what you have." And I was like, "Yeah, right, buddy, sure."
It's an hour drive, right? So
yeah, and it happens one day. One of my employees comes back and says, "There's this guy up there. He said he knows you from a show, and he wants to talk to you." So I went up front, and sure enough, it was Ingo and one of his partners there. And right from there, we just kind of struck up a really good friendship and started talking more canoeing and trip planning. And here we are today.
That's awesome.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, would you tell the same story, Ingo?
absolutely.
Okay.
And I would also add, I'm a good salesman.
Right.
He had his heart set on a different stove, and I convinced him otherwise.
That's the best. Isn't that so great?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And to come back from work, come on,
Yeah.
So you guys were chatting about the outdoors and how you both loved it. So Ingo, were you outdoorsy growing up? Because you grew up in Germany.
I grew up in Germany. Yeah. Camping. It's a different outdoorsy. It's not quite like here, but tenting, campgrounds. Blow up rafts, that kind of stuff on some backwaters. That kind of stuff. And then always liked it. Never had the chance to go to scouts in Germany. That was sort of not the thing in my area.
Sure.
And then I was 19 years old. We immigrated to Canada, and I was here before in holiday, so I knew what I was getting into.
Right.
And the year after, I bought my first canoe and did some research, and I started canoeing. I was 20 years old. Started going to Algonquin Park.
Whoa.
That's sort of that was my backyard. And then went from there to guiding a little bit for 3 years. Not full time, just part time. Sort of three sets of groups a year. Naturally, Germans,
Oh yeah.
Friends of friends of friends. They wanted to come over and see Canada, and can we do something? Yeah, I'll take you out on a 7-day canoe trip, and did all of that kind of stuff. And then family comes along, have a son, and put him into scouts, and 13 years later in Scouts, Scout leader, the whole works, and yeah, always outdoors. And then
amazing.
That's awesome.
And then we developed the stick stove out of necessity, really. And everybody wanted one of those stoves, so we the other three guys, we said, okay, well, let's sell it. Let's get a website going and go from there. And so here we are.
That's amazing. Absolutely love it. Wow. And you were right about the Germans. Europeans just are enamored with how vast Canada's wilderness is, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. I mean, our first trip to Algonquin, we bumped into a couple of guys, Hans and
I forgot his first name. You were going to ask me, but I forgot.
Schneikes.
But they were from Belgium.
Yeah, they were from Belgium.
Yeah.
And we were kind of doing the same route, going through out of Smoke. And we did 6 days.
But we kind of followed each other. But
days.
They were the same thing.
6 nights, 7 days.
But this was their first trip they've done that was not guided. So I can see how you would want to, guide. Do you know a fun fact? Do you know you can fit 6 Germanys inside Ontario?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? People don't know that. People think that. I know.
With 10 times the population.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that wild? What about you, Dennis? Were you outdoorsy growing up?
I was one of them kids that my parents always had to, go drive in the neighborhood to try and find me because I was out doing something, right? Riding bicycle, playing hockey in the streets, building forts in the forest, or exploring the local dump or whatever it was. Right? I was the outdoorsy kid, and I never really got into canoe tripping and backcountry camping until I was out of the house, out of my parents' home, and but we did do a lot of front country camping, so campers and campsites in Algonquin Park or whatever it might be. But
sure,
yeah, so that was pretty much my my background. I was a Boy Scout, so I was probably one of the kids that Ingo was teaching because he's that old. No.
Oh my god.
We're the same age, my friend. Same age.
All right, darn. But yeah, so as a kid, but I'll tell you honestly, when I was a Boy Scout as a kid, I remember my parents dropped me off at the front door and me running out the back door to go do things in the outside because I didn't think it was cool to be a Boy Scout. Yeah,
isn't that
I was a bit of a bad apple when I was a kid.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But then that's funny how you shifted to the canoeing and how you like the canoeing.
I always say that to a lot of people that it looks like a lot of work, and I'm a Holiday Inn camper. You know what? Try it one time. Mm-hmm. Whether it's an overnighter, 1 day paddle in, just a base camp or something. That'll turn a lot of people's imagine, it gets things going, when you're out there and you realize how peaceful it is. Hopefully your phone's not ringing, you don't have the horns honking. It just takes you out. Any connection with nature in the backcountry does that to people, and so many people go, yeah, this is my first time and I love it, right?
Same.
Rarely do you hear, that was miserable, unless they had bad circumstances like horrible weather, or
sure,
the bears stole their food in the first 15 minutes or something along that line.
I know, but I always feel that all that bad is overcome by all the greatness that you get out of those kind of first times out in the backcountry. I always feel that way.
100%, man. You know what? The most memorable trips are the ones that something happens.
That's true, for sure.
If it goes flawlessly without a hitch, I have trips that I've done that have gone flawlessly without a hitch, and I have to do them again because I can't remember half the details of the trip.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Before we get going on anything else further, because I always get lost with the show, tell everybody where we can best find you guys, on social media, all that kind of stuff. Ingo, go first.
Website, kipproducts.com. That's our official site for the products.
Okay.
And also Instagram, kipproducts 799.
Okay.
That's where we are. That's what we have. And then, of course, Facebook as well, right? So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Those three things, yeah.
And you're you can message you guys on there and stuff like that. And
absolutely.
Any questions? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So Instagram, usually it's me, and then Facebook, that's Keith, the K in the whole product. And Yeah, and the website, that's usually Denny. He looks after the website. So,
okay.
If you know who you want to talk to, that's the media you use. But it all comes to us.
But all of you guys
Perfect.
are well versed in everything, so it doesn't matter who you get. You're going to get lucky, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay, Dennis, how can everybody find you?
Let's see here. On all socials, well, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Okay.
Just look up Canoehound and it automatically pops up because Canoehound is not a
that.
very common name, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I also have a website, canoehoundadventures.com, which is there. It doesn't get a lot of attention from me, but there are some blogs on there and stuff.
Oh, nice.
That are interesting reads. Usually when something is a really big milestone, I'll do a blog about it. But
that's cute. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Ingo shared. Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, like these guys, any way that people want to reach out to me, I always answer all my messages.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. So Ingo kind of shared how, kid products kind of got started, right? What was your journey like to doing Canoehound Adventure Show?
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you mentioned off the top of the show, good old Sty, God rest his heart. Last year, unfortunately. You know what? I was a frequenter of going on people's live streams, and it wasn't always structured live streams like yours or like ours is, or like CW's was.
CW's, yeah.
It was just like a bunch of people, killing a few hours on a platform like this, and just talking about whatever. There's no topic or subject matter, pretty much.
Right.
Sure.
And one of them was actually Sty's live stream. And Sty and I actually became quite good internet friends. We communicated by email and text and stuff like that beyond this. And I always told him, I said, I've always had this inkling, like my I'm not the best video editor. I'm not the best storyteller when it comes to doing trip videos and stuff. But I always told Sty, I'd love to do like a little talk show, like a Johnny Carson type of thing where I could interview the people that I love to watch on YouTube, because I'm a YouTube junkie. We don't have cable TV, so we don't watch a lot of television programming and stuff like that. And before you knew it, Hike with Mike, he was one of the regulars there too, right? But I told him, I said, I'd like to try that. And Sty says, well, let's do it. Why don't you start? And he was one of my first guests on the show. So basically it was like a 5-hour live stream, kind of like this.
For sure.
Forever and ever, like his live streams did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before you knew it, the seasons progressed. I started doing more shows on a weekly basis. I always tried at first it was Thursdays, and I switched to Tuesdays. And it just kind of progressed and went along. Season 1 was over, and then people started saying, hey man, when are you going to do it? And at that time I had 8 or 9 viewers. And then the next year it kind of doubled, and then after that it kind of tripled or quad, and it just kept growing. And before you knew it, this community, as people call it, I built a community, and I kept rolling with it. It was just one of those things where I enjoy doing it. I don't enjoy what it takes to be able to do it. As you know, the commitment to trying to source out guests, doing the research on guests, trying to keep a regular schedule where people aren't barking at me if I miss an episode, which just recently happened. And it's like, man, if you only knew what goes into doing these shows, you'd understand. Right, because we are making the big money, aren't we, Johnny and Colleen? Right?
Oh, what? This is the fun factor, and you know what I mean.
I think we made enough just to buy a case of beer.
There you go, 2 for.
And let me rephrase that: American money beer.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Canada was like 3 times.
So is that like a 30-pack of Busch Light?
Yeah.
There you go. So we understand it, but that's good. So I didn't realize it was Sty that was like, hey, let's do that. So
he threw me some encouragement there to really get the wheels going.
He was the best.
And I think one of my first real guests was Pine Martin. He was one of my real first guests. And I think like maybe 7 or 8 episodes in, I ended up with Kevin Callan. I thought I hit the royal jackpot, which I did, because Kevin's quite the personality, and he's very well known in the community. And I think that helped give me a real foothold in doing this particular live stream. So
That's awesome. He's kind of like your Ed McMahon.
He is. I call him that all the time. Only I mix it up and I call him Vince McMahon. And this guy, he's of wrestling fame, right? Vince McMahon.
No, that's Vince McMahon.
God. Oh, who did I say? No, I said Ed McMahon. Is it Ed McMahon Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
Yes. But I always mix it up and call him Vince.
Oh,
McMahon.
you call him Vince?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Wrestling guy. All right. Let's talk outdoor experiences straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. You two, like in the beginning, I said you guys you're camping, canoeing, you're fishing, all that kind of, whatever that looks like. What is your first love?
You're going to hit somebody with that.
I'm Italian. Come on. What is your first love?
Forget about it.
In the backcountry, what would you say it is? Like, what stands out to you guys? What out of all those things?
Right, in the backcountry? Well,
yeah.
Simple. You hop in that canoe and you start paddling, and it gets quieter and quieter. And it gets really quiet, and then you notice all the animals.
Okay.
The winds in the trees, it's just another world, right? Okay. And then it surrounds you, and then I'm in my favorite place.
I know. It is nice. So canoeing would be kind of your first love of the backcountry. Right. But you, Dennis?
You know what? I'd have to say pretty much the same thing, because I don't do an awful lot of hiking. I'll do day hikes and things of that sort, but nothing of the backpack sort to this point.
Yeah.
So like my true north actually starts once I hit Barrie, Ontario. Right. I live in Southern Ontario, and Barrie for me is like a 4.5 hour drive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And I'm down by Niagara Falls, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
By the time I get to Barrie, and I've gotten past all the Toronto crap, 401, 400.
Right on.
Ugh.
I know.
407.
Yeah, you turn that bend in Barrie, you start heading north towards either Thunder Bay or Sudbury. Yeah, and that's where my north starts. Yeah. And that's where I could do this.
Right.
And I know the cruise. I know exactly what the cruise is ahead of me. And by the time I get to a canoe launch and access point, I'm already halfway relaxed.
That's awesome.
Right. So
that's so good.
And then, as Ingo said, as soon as you get your backside into and you get them first few paddle strokes in, that's just let your hair down and go.
It's so true. Yeah, there is something about that.
What hair?
Let your hair down, boys. Yeah, exactly. So that's funny. So you both said that, which is awesome. But one thing really stood out to me when we were looking at and like watching videos, doing some that kind of stuff. Bushcrafting was something that kind of like, you both said that. And it's been around for years. We know that, right? It's definitely had a resurgence, in that YouTube world, and people are, sharing skills and lessons you can get or whatever. But how important is it to know bushcrafting? This is at your camp, right, Dennis?
This is at my day camp, which is on, I've been granted permission by a landowner.
Yeah.
This is his bush lot at the back of one of his farms, and
cool.
he's allowed me to go back there and play as long as I don't burn the forest down.
Okay.
Nice.
And you can see a lot of smoke in that picture, right?
Oh my God. Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you built this.
Yeah. Well, this particular one, Ingo actually helped with it.
Yeah.
This original lean-to was facing the other direction, and I always had a prevailing winds would always come in, so that smoke that you see there would be blowing in my face all the time. I went out to the day camp one day, and now let this be a lesson to everybody. Really do look around for deadheads. There's a lot of dead ash trees in this forest, and the top of an ash tree actually fell off and went right through the lean-to, like right through the bed. What? So Ingo went with me the next time, or the bench that you see him behind Ingo there.
Gosh.
So the next time I went out, Ingo come out with me, and we completely dismantled the lean-to, and all the materials were already there, and we proceeded to start rebuilding, and we turned it around, and then we built that cool little corduroy table where Helga is. That's Helga in the picture.
Yeah.
And we get out there once in a while. I haven't been out there. It's been a few months, but yeah.
But how important do you think it is for people to? It's like someone practicing their knots. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to practice these skills, else you lose them.
Exactly. I've never touted myself to be a bushcrafter, but we are backcountry people with bushcrafting skills.
Okay,
There's
I
a
like
lot
that.
of skills.
Yeah.
You know,
you should know your knots. You should know how to start a fire using multiple methods. You know, I'm not one of them Dave Canterbury guys type of guys that, you know, think about it 24/7 of how to do something better, right?
right.
Am I handy? Yes, I'm very handy. Am I as handy as Ingo? Ingo is really good at bushcrafting skills.
Ingo has made a saw in the backcountry. Like he got like pieces of wood, and I was like, "What is going on?" He went, it was nuts.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what happens when the saw blade is hanging in the tree.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta make a frame for it.
Yeah, you were just like that. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
He built a really cool chair up at a campsite that I frequent
So cool.
over the years. He built this, like, and I'm not talking like a little chair. This is like a throne of sticks and paracord. But he's very crafty. He did have some help with that. We had many hands into that saw, but he was the mastermind behind it. So
that's so cool. All right, so I have to tell you something. Every time I go home, my parents think that I have an accent. The Geezer Adventures are from Texas, and they're loving your guys' accents right now.
Whatever.
I love it. That
real Canadian, eh?
Yeah, that's right. I love it. It's so cool. Let's chat some trips and stuff. One of the trips was Rain Lake, Rain and Sawyer. Right? That was like a 4 or 5 day kind of trip you guys did with some friends.
Yeah,
you
German
know?
friends. Yeah, German friends.
How are you guys choosing your trips together as friends? How are you choosing these?
Oh, you know, somebody comes up with a plan with a trip, and then ask who wants to come. So it's not really this where are we going to go, and everybody's sort of saying, well, we should go here, we should go here. No, it usually ends up I'm going to Algonquin Park to Rain Lake. You want to come? Sure. And then the next guy, and then so some person always initiates it. Okay. And they go from where? And then you know, the Wabakimi trip was the same thing. Dennis and his buddy Jay, his regular canoeing buddy there, they had this idea to go to Wabakimi, and then they had to basically lay it out. And the next thing is, hey, Ingo, you want to come too? Sure. And that's it.
Right. So, but when you're planning a trip, though, are you just like, okay, so I'm gonna bring the kid stove, I'm bringing this, or I'm bringing that? Like, do you guys share the load in everything?
Well, let me answer this one.
Answer. Go.
I'm usually the guy that has all the gear. Okay. And I have a canoe pack, an Ocean canoe pack that everybody calls it, or I call it. One of my buddies called it Big Red, and it's taken on this name of Big Red, and it's because I have all the gear, and it all just finds its way into my pack for the most part, right?
Okay.
When I started canoeing with this guy down here, he's got this big yellow bag, right? One of those yellow, what is it?
Eureka
bag.
Okay, yeah.
And I go, okay, let's sit down and we'll have our gear list. Like who's going to bring what? And I go, okay, stove, Ingo, I got it. Pots, I got it. It's like, oh, this is great, man. My Big Red just went down to Little Red. So I don't like canoeing with Ingo because he likes carrying all the gear.
I mean, it sounds great. Yep. You should backpack with him. He's going to have everything. Your pack's going to be light.
Right. Well, the thing is, you know, Dennis organizes trips, sort of. That's what he does, and so do I. So I have the majority of the equipment, and actually so does Keith, and so does Helga. You know, so it's just you know, we I don't know, for whatever reason, Keith and me will usually bring our stuff, and the rest just brings whatever they want. A saw, an extra this, you know. Yeah, we don't fuss about it. It all sort of falls into place all the time. I don't know. It just happens that way. Eh?
It usually does. Yeah. And like we said at the top, when we had our little party this past weekend, we love a good communal meal. So when you have, 4 or 5 guys together, are you meal planning? Are you saying, hey, Saturday morning we're having pancakes, Saturday night we're hoping to catch some fish? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah. It's basically through our conversation and our planning there, we all figure it out. First night is always steak and potatoes.
Always.
This German fellow below me here really enjoys potatoes, so
his little kartoffel.
Yeah, and then you know what? We always have like for the most part, a lot of fresh food throughout the week, usually, because we enjoy it. Now, it all depends on the type of trip that we're doing too. If it's something where we're doing more base camp or a couple days, like, a few layover days, we'll bring more fresh food. But if they're travel days or doing travel things like Ingo and I did when we went to Wabakimi, carry light because you're doing a lot of portaging and stuff like that. But we all sit down and we all talk about it, and sometimes somebody will grab the bull by the horns and maybe do a little bit more than the others, but when they get to camp, then they don't have to do as much as the others. So
right,
love it.
Or if you have one of these in your arsenal,
like stop it.
Yeah, it's good pizza.
Come on, right?
Pizza, and not to mention sticky buns.
Oh, birthday cake, all that stuff.
Roast beefs, shepherd's pies, lasagnas.
Okay. What? You made shepherd's pie?
Oh, dude, these guys love to cook in the backcountry. I have nothing against that whatsoever.
We did on an island in the Tomagami area, which is north of Algonquin Park, a little north of North Bay, right? Tomagami. We're on an island, and so we brought a roast. We made a roast beef, gravy, mashed potatoes, peas and carrots. We took a little bit of red wine. I mean, it was just amazing, right? We were eating there better than at home.
Yeah. Right. Like, amazing.
No kidding. Bust out the port wine, baby.
Yeah.
Last summer, there, the boys, we all went up to a lake that I frequent there, Wickstead Lake, up near Tomagami, and it was my birthday weekend. The guys wanted to take me canoeing for my birthday, so we did. And doing some fishing, and while I was out doing fishing, Keith was back being with his apron on. He was doing some backcountry baking in the reflector oven, and I'll let you tell him what did he make me there, Ingo?
Anyway, what a triple chocolate cake of some sort.
Why not?
With dollops of straw. Oh my! Oh,
he had everything in there. Strawberry and strawberry jam in there, right? Then you put icing. I don't know. He packed that icing on. I don't. Thick.
Oh, is it was it like devil's chocolate cake or something like that?
Yeah.
It was a heart attack on a plate, is what it was.
Yeah. But how special is that?
But we ate the whole damn thing, eh?
I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure you did. Oh,
that's fine. We'll just keep eating it. We're gonna paddle it off tomorrow.
That's right. Exactly. You're putting those calories. And you guys aren't just like, canoeing. We're winter camping. We're from Canada. Like, come on. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, you got to embrace all the seasons.
Yeah, you guys took that trip to Mew Lake.
You've been there a couple times, I think, right? Like, it's open all year round in Algonquin, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So are you cold tenting or hot tenting?
Well, that just depends. A couple of times I cold camped, right? So minus 30 degrees, that kind of stuff, right? Good equipment is necessary.
Yeah.
And then Dennis, he had a hot tent board from a buddy of his, and so we said, let's try this thing, and that was comfortable, and but the fire is only good for like a couple of 2-3 hours. And if you don't get up, it gets cold in a hurry. So you still need good equipment. Or you set an alarm clock for somebody to get up and feed it. And then last year, not last season, previous year, we Kid Products, we bought a hot tent and a stove and so on. And that was cool. And then Dennis had bought one as well. And so we continued hot tenting.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's good stories there, I tell you.
I bet.
We always go during the coldest snap of the winter for some reason. Every time we go, we had a minus 40 night. I don't get it.
And your beer freezes, right? It's that cold.
Our liquor freezes.
The liquor.
That's pretty damn cold if your liquor freezes.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I know. But you were saying
vanilla whiskey, and it was thick as molasses. This is
stuff.
Oh
my God,
it pours out like syrup in minus 40. So.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Just bust out the ice cream and you're good to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that'd be delicious over ice cream, actually. Now that you say that, right here. So when you go to Mew Lake, it's not like you're camping in stuff, you're hiking, you're none of that kind of stuff. You're there, you're situated, you got a base camp, which is really, really nice. The fun thing is with that is there's little day hikes you can do at Mew Lake, which is really nice, you know?
Yeah, that's what we do. There's a waterfall not that far, and it's pretty in the winter, right? It's frozen and partly frozen, and there's a nice bridge, and it looks very nice, and that's a destination. And then we usually take a snack with us or whatever, and then snowshoe, and then it's about some skis. So he skied in, and that's beautiful. And,
Okay.
Yeah. What was the
And you guys can you pack
Provoking
more.
Falls? That's the.
Is that what they're called? Provoking
Falls? Yes.
Yeah. And we've actually never camped at Mew Lake Campground. Mew Camp. But yeah, no, we should put that on the list. That'd be really fun to do, actually.
Sure.
I would like that a lot. But you pack more when you winter camp.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back up the truck.
More in the form of warm clothing, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you can pack a puppy. Puppies keep you nice and warm.
Yeah, I always leave my dog at home though. She's getting old. She's getting delicate.
Oh,
she gets tender paws.
What kind of a puppy snuggler are you?
She did come the year that that Canoecopia got canceled due to COVID. Ingo and I, we were supposed to go, and he was on his way to my place, and I called and told him, hey, they just canceled the show. You might as well turn around, right?
Yeah.
So we said, okay, well, we're dead. We're dead in the water now. So why don't we do something anyway? So we said, well, let's go to Mew Lake camping. So that was the last time we really cold camped, isn't it, Ingo? We went there, and I brought Molly. Yeah. Okay. And Molly puked all over Ingo's tent.
Oh no!
He won't let her in his tent anymore. But I kept a blanket on her, a nice down-filled blanket on her, and I think she gave herself carbon monoxide because she was breathing in her own exhaust, right? Oh, and I think I made her sick. She tried to get out, but the zipper was closed. So.
Wow! Oh,
that's the last time she was winter camping with me. So.
Yeah, it is. It is a whole new ball of wax when you go winter camping for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go to a park that I've never been to. I actually never even heard of it until I heard about you guys going there. Yeah. The Naganash Lake Provincial Park. Never even heard of that. Where is that?
Naganash is it's between Perry Sound and Sudbury, off the 527 highway. So it's, if anybody's familiar with Grundy Lake Provincial Park, it's kind of over that area.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look that up on the map then.
Right.
It's
it's an unorganized provincial park, so there's no fee structure, but they do have amenities in there like thunder boxes, marked campsites.
Okay.
But I think they're gearing it up for that though.
So you don't pay to go there? You don't get campsites.
There are you don't have to go online and reserve or anything, but I think they are gearing up for that by the way they're starting to maintain the park.
Okay.
Yes. But so it's kind of like a Crownland campground kind of.
Yeah, but it's a provincial park, but it is more like Crownland. Yes, it's because you don't have to pay to park or camp there, right?
Oh,
okay. And there's no road in it. This is the main thing. There's no road leading it. There's no road. There's no gate. You have to. It's a 4-hour paddle in order to get there. Yeah. So there's no road. You have to actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to paddle into the park, which is really cool.
That's very cool.
I love that. I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
We'll have to look into that one. I like that. Ooh.
It's great. It's gaining great popularity. Like years ago, nobody ever heard of Naganash, and then I think guys like Kevin Callan brought it to light there by putting it in one of his books and then talking a little bit more about it. And then a few people go, and guys like me go there a few times, and they start talking it up before you know it.
Sure.
I'm not saying I'm responsible for it, but a little part of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But before you know it. Yeah, before you know it, so many people are actually have gone there now, and it's really nice that I might be even going up there in about another week. So
good for you.
Cool. And it's a first come first serve basis kind of thing there, right?
100%. Yeah,
that's
you can
nice
go there and be totally out of luck with finding a site, so you might have to maybe blaze your own.
Okay.
But if you do it responsibly, please.
Great.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are you hammocking? Are you tenting?
I'm a hammocker. This guy down here, he likes a tent. He likes sleeping on the hard
ground. I need ground on. Yeah, I need the ground.
I like the ground too.
You're gonna learn to hammock camp.
I don't know yet.
There is no. Yeah, you will.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I like the ground.
You ground dwellers, you can keep
That's
it.
right.
Okay, I shot myself in the foot by bragging about it so much that none of my buddies ever slept in a hammock, and now when I go, I have to contend for trees because
you got to race for the trees.
He is now. Helga or Dave is doing it now. Like these are buddies of ours that canoe with me and Ingo, and who else? Oh, Keith as well. So now there's like 4 hammocks.
Keith, Denny, and Dave. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you're not looking for the, you don't go, oh, this is a nice, pad for the tent. You go, those are 2 nice trees, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I used to get to a campsite and say, yeah, guys, pick wherever you want. Go for it. I'm going to sit here, crack my beer if I had one, and I'm going to watch you guys all battle it out. And I'm just going over to hanging between them 2 trees with all them bushes and rocks underneath me.
Right.
And I was happy. Right? So,
yeah, except Dennis. He hit the ground sleeping. Yeah.
Not this Dennis. Not this Dennis.
No, Denny.
The Dean kid. Yeah, that was funny. But that's a story for another week.
Jeez.
I can just imagine.
All right. What's the fishing like up there? Because you guys both love to fish.
He likes to fish. This guy here.
Yeah.
I fish to eat, and that's it.
Okay.
And Dennis, he's more the sport fisherman. He likes to fish, put them back, get another one. Get
if I'm not going to eat them, I'll fish responsible, and I'll let him go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just I watch.
Okay.
I do fish when I for food. So we went to one lake. So we said, okay, tonight we're gonna have fish fry. Yeah, there you go. There's Ingo, with the fishing rod. I got my 2-3 fish, and Dennis got a couple of 2-3, and we had an awesome fish fry, no problem. But other than that, nah.
All right.
I bushcraft something,
You right.
That's all right. Harvest spoon or something. Yeah.
Colleen, when we went to Wabakimi, Ingo brought 2 fishing poles and 2 reels, 2 setups. Well, okay, you had two reels or something. But anyways, he brought all his gear there, and I thought he was going to be fishing with me, catch dinner, catch dinner or whatever, which the fishing there was plentiful.
Okay.
The only line he threw was when I asked him, here, can you hold my rod for a second? Well, I
Stop
went for
it.
in the bush, and he threw a few casts, caught a couple of fish, but he didn't even pull his own fishing pole out. Not once.
No,
Wabakimi, of all places.
I put his fishing rod in, I caught a fish and said, there, I caught one.
Yeah.
You were ready. You were prepared. You were good. I don't know. But Ingo, I mean, if I was fishing, I would want you to be around. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows, but this is the backcountry doctor here. This is Dr. Ingo.
I start crying now or what?
All right.
Yeah,
so
no problem.
you don't fish, but you are the backcountry doctor. What is going on here? Are you just holding Dennis's hand? What's happening?
Yeah. He gets intimate once in a while. I have to
Come
show him.
He's offering support.
What happened here?
He was crying. I had to hold his hand.
This is up in Naganash. This is the second time? No, this was the first time we went up to Naganash, I think. We were up there with Dan, and we were going out for a little day trip. And I decided I was going to troll behind a canoe and try to get myself a fish or 2.
Sure.
And I hooked onto a nice bass, like a good size one.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. You can't see it in the picture there, but my fishing net was right beside me. But I was shooting video and had to be the cool guy. And I go, I'm just going to lip this fish rather than using the net. Well, when I went to lip the fish, it thrashed and it threw one of the treble hooks right through my finger. And I mean, like in one side, out the other. And I couldn't do. I had this fish, and it was still shaking on the thing with the hook in me, and it's shaking away, and I couldn't do nothing. Right, I'm trying to get it off. Called Ingo and Dan over, and he's trying to get the hook out of my finger there, but we were unsuccessful. It took us 76 tries to get that out.
Oh my gosh!
Now, first we pinched the lure, basically, we separated the hook from the rest of the lure, right?
Yeah.
And then he was just left with the hook in his finger, but he could paddle and do it. And went to the camp, and then we had him lean against the tree, and then we said, so let's have a look at this. Yeah, and then of course, when I come close with the pliers, he starts shaking, and then when that was all done, and we tried to put some boozing into him, but he said, no, I gotta see this. Well, anyway, after a few tries, I just grabbed this stupid hook and I sort of bent it right out of the finger, and
yeah, we finished pushing it through is what we did.
Did you have any vanilla whiskey?
I think it was more craft beer than whiskey, but
okay.
Ultimately, I wasn't nervous about trying to get the hook out. I knew he didn't care, and he was going to try and inflict pain on me. that's what made me nervous. I didn't trust Ingo, is what it was.
What are friends for? Come on.
I know, right?
I worked fine. I said, Dennis, we're not going home. We're getting that hook out. We're not going back to the hospital. We're going to get this thing out of here.
Yeah.
And a little polysporine on it and a bandage, and life was good.
And
I'm tripping with you, Ingo. You're the guy. I love that.
Yeah, we did it all wrong though. First thing I did when I got home was I checked on YouTube how to properly.
I don't know. You're still alive.
And it's like they said you should have just pulled it out backwards the same way it went in, right?
No.
We tried to see if
it had the barb still on it.
Oh yeah. God, I can't imagine.
No, you'd just be pulling flesh out.
Wow.
But for anybody that's just for the record, anybody that's ever had a hand injury, your hands are very, very sensitive, right?
Oh boy.
So it made it painful. Everybody called me a suckle. I don't care.
That's right. Exactly. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yes.
You've already mentioned it a couple times. You already mentioned like Wabakimi. I know you haven't put videos out yet or whatever and that kind of stuff. You guys were there 2 days to get there, 2,000 miles.
Kilometers,
sorry. 2,000 K. That's right.
It's a big difference.
And then like 11 days of tripping. So that's incredible. And you got there how we got on a trip. We flew in on a trip once, and it's the best way to do it. Everybody needs to do a fly-in trip on an airplane. Absolutely. So how was that? Like, come on.
For me, it was incredible. It was the very first time I ever did a fly-in trip. I had a great canoe partner for the entire week.
Yeah.
The other guys I usually canoe with, there was another party of 4 who did up there at the same time, did a separate trip. And halfway through the trip, we all met up together, finished together. But for me being Ingo will tell you, I think I had a smile from ear to ear the entire time on the plane. To me, it was the biggest thrill.
That was your first trip in a plane, in a float plane, right?
Yeah.
And I've been in a float plane before, so I kind of, it's fun all the time. It doesn't matter how many times; it's always great. But I knew how it worked, and when this pilot Ian, when he started the engine, I mean, it's awesome, right? And Dennis, his smile was all the way back here, right? And I just had the biggest kick out of looking at him with his big smile, and. No, it was awesome. And then, of course, we took this plane, which is an Otter, and it was another couple. So they dropped off the other couple first. So we got to go up twice, right? So land on the lake, dropped off these people, started up again, up in the air, and then to our lake, which was another, 5-10 minutes down the park, and then down again. And it's this fantastic. The guy flies over the lake, looks for if there's a canoe or reefs or whatever there is, right? And it flies over, and then he makes his big sort of turn right down, right? All you see is water, and lands in the middle of the lake, not on the side, on the rocks or on the dock, no, right smack in the middle of the lake. Get the canoe out. Now you got to unload this canoe and try not to dump your bags in the water, And I mean, it's just awesome, fantastic.
Oh, so you guys dismounted the plane right smack dab in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
We tried to canoe to the pontoon, and
and
they handed the gear out. I loaded the gear into the canoe.
And those pontoons are not that wide, And then of course, Dennis is I'm shooting a movie here. So you flying out, and then you going down, and then you turn around, and are you coming back this? Yeah, I'm coming back this. Well, he said, can you do a flyover? And young Ian, of course. Oh yeah, I'll do a flyover. So he goes down the lake. He turns around. He comes back, and I'm sitting in the bow in the front of the canoe, and I'm going like, oh gee. And he came so low right over. It was
awesome. But don't give everything away. I want to see this. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
I've already shared that a bunch of times.
Yeah, that was on your presentation anyway. So, but it was amazing. Yeah,
that's really cool. That's very awesome. So you said it was an otter plane, right?
This one, yeah.
So when we flew in a Beaver de Havilland.
Yeah.
Right, and they aren't carrying canoes anymore.
Oh, really?
They said that in the U.S. they will not carry canoes on the Beaver de Havilland aircraft.
Yeah, they do in Canada though.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a U.S. thing or what. So yeah, we're just like, what?
It is a U.S. thing.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
In Temagami, in Temagami they carry canoes. There's Lakeland Airways and yeah. Okay. I mean, when we go up to Temagami, you always see the plane. There's a canoe on strapped on one canoe. That's right, cool. Strapped on and out he goes and yeah.
So
obviously here, they actually had two on this plane.
That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we went up with another couple.
Right, with the other couple, absolutely. Yeah. Give us each one takeaway of that trip. Ingo, what was your biggest takeaway besides getting a buzz cut from the airplane going over?
Without giving too much
away. What was your biggest takeaway of Bobby?
Ask that question.
Yeah, 11 days, right? So I done 9 days before, so 11 days is really not that much more. So it wasn't really the length of the trip. I mean, I feel very comfortable in the forest. Some people, when they're away from people a long time, they get sort of stir crazy. They need something. They need to talk to me. I mean, we had really good conversations. I mean, it was a fun trip. I could have stayed another 2 weeks. It didn't bother. It's the wilderness. There's no portage signs on the portage. So what you need to do is you need to look for these blazes or these little rock piles that somebody indicates a portage. That was fairly new to me. I found that interesting. Yeah, I found that interesting. But just the thought of, goodness, when the first white people came and tried to explore this country, and they have no idea what's on the other side, and all that wilderness and the whole bunch of nothing in between. That is amazing. I sort of felt privileged to sort of get there and see this, how that actually is, and that was my big take. I mean, the length of the trip wasn't an issue. The flying in, I've done this before, but that was nice. And then of course camaraderie. I mean, Dennis is a great canoeing paddler. We had a great time, good stories, and I, for whatever reason, everything sort of after a while, what he was doing and I was doing, it sort of matched, and we had this one day rainstorm, and I tell you, I never set up a tarp that fast. I mean, it just, everybody knew what to do at a certain moment, and it was just amazing. It was very good working together. Yeah, really enjoyable. Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. What about you, Dennis?
You know what? Aside from that flight in, to me, it was I was really expecting even more remote than what we've seen, because they always say Wabakimi only sees 700 paddlers, 800 paddlers a year.
Sure.
Heck, we've seen probably 30 people.
Wow.
Yeah, we run into a bunch of people at the Ogoki Lodge. We've seen people on not Best Island, on the lake that Best Island is on. We a family of four. As soon as we got off the plane, they landed the day before camped. So we did see quite a few people, including people paddling right up to our site and saying, "Hey, is Canoehound here?"
No way.
No way.
Did you really? I can't believe that. But I think the biggest, the coolest thing, I really wanted to go check out the Wendell Beckwith cabins on Best Island.
Okay.
To me, even though it's a really cool story and stuff, it felt kind of haunting, kind of spiritual when we were there. I don't know if you got that same feeling, Ingo, especially when we were standing on the beach where he passed away. Mm-hmm. It just I don't know, man. I took a look around and just imagined myself like, hey, man, this guy got to see this every single day. He got to do this every single day, and I'm thrilled to do it one. Right. It was really really an eye opener. But yeah, just the whole trip, paddling in and out of burn zones where there were fires previous, going from short, really short growth with these big tall burnt matchsticks into plush forest, right around the corner.
Right.
It was really diverse. So those are some of the things I really appreciated.
That's
about
awesome.
And you know what? As Ingo said, we once you get going, we were in sync out there. We didn't even have to say, do we need to do this? We just knew what needed to be done and did it. And before you knew it, we were both sitting down in our nice little camp chairs, enjoying the fire at the exact same time, and just carried on from there. Right.
That's perfect. I mean, you're just you're synced.
Spoken like a true backcountry bro. Look at that. I love it.
Backcountry Bros. I would consider Ingo and his buddies too, because it goes deeper than Ingo. His brother Dave and Denny and Keith. We all get along really good out there in the backcountry. Almost as good as my other backcountry bro Jay, who was too shy to be on the show. So.
No, this is good. Yeah. But you guys do a lot of fun stuff, like a lot of things outside of the backcountry thing. And one of the things that we did together, I don't think we all knew that. We were part of the project Canoe.
Project Canoe.
Mm-hmm. The canoe flip challenge, right? How many did you do?
Well, in total,
how many did you do?
I did 22, but I only got 11 on film.
I think you got 11
on film. I had to do it twice because someone didn't hit the record button.
I didn't hit the record button.
I don't remember. Maybe 9 or 10 or so. I really forgot.
Okay.
It's been a couple of 2 years, right?
Yeah. Dennis, how many did you get?
I didn't do any. Super Canoehound did them.
Yeah, shush up. Get out of here. You're so funny.
I don't know. I think I got like 30 of them or something like that, because I was throwing a lightweight canoe over my head, which was really easy.
You were. So Ingo, first of all, you guys had a camp here or something?
No, that's my backyard.
That's your backyard. Okay, very nice. Awesome. Yeah. And Ingo, you did 8.
Oh, I did 8. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. You did 8. And it was windy. It was so windy.
How windy was it?
It was like when you were doing yours, it was like crazy. Like you're like flipping it, but like, whoa, and the canoe's going over here. It was nuts. But wait a minute. Tell everybody about this little up in the corner here.
Your pirate.
Come on.
Paddling pirates. Yeah. So you underneath this chin, you see KIHD. So that's Kit Products, right? So we have this little YouTube channel. There's only like 3 or 4 videos on it, and just a few things we do, right? And hopefully down the road there's more, but I run 2 businesses and everybody's business. So as Dennis was saying before, it takes a lot of work to make these videos, right?
It does.
And,
sure.
Yeah,
and so we're a little slow on that, but we sort of dump some stuff in there, just for fun, right?
All right. So you're a paddling pirate. You guys have the what's the pirate flag called?
The
Jolly Roger.
Jolly
Roger, right? Yeah. Okay, I like that. You guys have like a little moonshine, not moonshine. What do pirates have? Rum or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So when we go out,
he's got the bamboo. Nice. Yeah.
Pirate rum.
He's got the bamboo rum. I love it.
So usually, and we have T-shirts with a big with this crest right
I
on
love
it. Right?
It. I love it.
T-shirts, and so when we go out, and we put the Jolly Rogers up, and we did this on Rain Lake when we went on this trip. And then we have the Jolly Rogers flying, and
we'll have to look for the skull and crossbones. That is so good. And then Dennis, you did. Are you ready? You did 20 flips.
20, okay.
You did 20, but you had your like lightweight. But who was this guy?
That's Super Canoehound. That there is my alter ego right there, Super Canoehound.
But I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. My wife and I had some fun shooting this one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's my wife's shirt, by the way. Her Canoehound Adventures.
I'm sure Cheryl likes
and a pair of my Canoehound Adventures underwear that I sent to Kevin Callan.
Oh my God.
I used one to send to him though. Not
You walk through the neighborhood and go get yourself a double at Timmy's with that outfit on.
No. know. But that was just one of those things that we all had fun in this outdoor community that it kind of, got everybody together.
Well, if someone does it, pitches it again, I guess there's going to be an ante up to who has the most outlandish costume.
Oh, maybe. That could be something fun too. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I'd have to come up with something else.
I know.
Right.
You can get rid of the hype. When you guys go on a trip together, do you go on it with the intent of we're following the map, this is our route, or do you get to your route and you go, wow, wait a minute, I never noticed this, or we got here, should we try this way, should we hike over this way, should we see what's going on over there? Like, do you try to discover kind of what's happening, or do you stick to the plan?
Ingo? We do some exploring.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, well, you do want to finish the trip, so you gotta come to the end, right? So you gotta follow your map, but boy, there's a lot of interesting places always alongside. So sometimes we just swerve off a little bit, and then we have to come back to our original route, right?
Okay.
But I love to explore, and so does Dennis. If there's something, we got to check this out, we got to check this out. Absolutely. I mean, it's not this focused thing that you run through the park and you got to get the miles in and you got to no. This is for fun. We do this for fun, right? So you have your plan, and then we already, of course, you investigate a little bit. You kind of know that there's some interesting things along the way, especially in Algonquin Park. There's so much history. I mean, there's a place where all of a sudden, you enter the forest and there's 7 chimneys.
Sure.
From buildings standing there. Yeah. Just chimneys, nothing else. That's very eerie, because there were buildings, there were people. It was a lodge, right? People having fun, dancing, music, the whole thing. And there are these like gravestones, right? Things sitting in the middle of that's kind of weird. But these things you have in Algonquin Park, right? So a lot of history there, and I like to see all of that. Yeah.
No, I like all those kind of outcomes. That you don't. They're unintended. You don't expect to see them, and it's kind of like it's a win, on that kind of trip. Yeah. What's your next trip?
Mine?
And together, you're separate, whatever.
I just came back from the first trip in Algonquin Park, 4 days with Buddy Keith and a little bit of fishing, and the black flies were just coming out when we were leaving, which was awesome.
Were they? Okay.
And so whoever's going now is going to face the black flies, which is fun. And then we haven't done anything. I haven't talked to Dennis yet about a trip. Life is a little bit busy right now, but I think you're going somewhere, right?
Okay. Yeah, actually, I was supposed to go on that trip with Ingo and Keith.
Yeah. Okay.
But you guys mentioned earlier, May the 4th. Well, my wife and I celebrated our 33rd wedding anniversary, so I wasn't.
Congratulations to you, Cheryl. That's nice.
Yeah. So I stayed home, but I'm heading out next week up north. Not exactly sure of the destination, but I have a feeling it might end up being Naganosh for whatever reason, just because it's quick, simple, and easy. It'll be a 4-day trip.
Okay.
And we do fly a lot off the cuff, don't we, Ingo? Where we'll just go, hey man, we got a weekend or we got a week free here. Why don't we plan something? Then we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. So I think the Wabakimi trip that we took was the one that I worked most planning on of any trip I've ever done, because a lot of them will come in like I don't sit down and say I'm going here then, I'm going there then, and I'm going there then. I always go, hey, I got a free week, man. Why don't we go here?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I fly a lot off the cuff, and it throws a lot of pressure because you got to do all the map planning and everything. And that's how this trip is going to be next week. So.
Okay. I love it. What about the U.S.? Anytime have you been down here lately? Like,
what do you mean down?
Down? Over? I guess you're kind of over. Actually, we're kind of up from these guys.
We're
we actually are up. We're actually north of you guys.
Yeah, you are too. Yeah,
but we are. But what about Michigan? Is Michigan on your radar?
When are we going?
I don't know.
I would absolutely love to try some new spots. Yeah. I've never paddled out of Ontario. Well, once or twice in upstate New York, but that was just like day paddle type of things. But I've never canoe tripped outside of Ontario, pretty much. So yeah, I'd be down with Quebec trips. I'd be down with a Yukon trip, and I would sure as heck be down with a Michigan trip if I had some new partners to paddle with.
There you go. Oh, I like that. Sounds great.
The boundary waters sound good. Quetico boundary waters.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we'd love to go do the boundary waters.
Yeah.
I mean, tons of water.
Yeah,
that would be something.
And the rod/portages are like super short.
Yeah, they'd say that. Actually,
that American guy said portage. That American guy over there said portage.
Isn't that nice?
You got to train well there, Colleen.
That's how I first started out. So that's how I say it. I say, I mean, we have Portage, Michigan, but I don't say Portage, Michigan.
You say Portage, Michigan. And I got to say something. It was mentioned in the chat. Everyone's saying the chat's like really super quiet. Not one person asked a question. I am super shocked.
Well, because the
conversation was good.
The content,
flowing, all that stuff. I love it.
You just mentioned Portage, Michigan. We stopped there for breakfast on the way home from Canoecopia this year. We hit the Denny's right off. Yeah. I had the best waffles with strawberries.
Man, sugar on a plate.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, it was, man.
That's awesome. Too funny. Oh, there you go. Tangent Trail says, "Listen and learn." I agree. Yeah, no, good stories, nice friendship. And that's what we love to get out of when we go on trips and when we're with our friends and stuff like that as well. So, love it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
You know what? This has been awesome, man. You know what? We were long overdue. I know we were supposed to have been on a long time ago, but things work out the way they're supposed to work out.
Absolutely. Right? Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, hey, everybody's got a life. Everybody's got a schedule doing something,
Yep. And we always like to, try to keep it to be like an hour-ish, and you just get great stories and good conversation. So
heck, man, a few more beers and campfire, man, we can go hours.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I was like I said, we were so happy to have met you in person. Last year, I mean, Dennis, we got to hang out with you a little bit longer this time at the show. But yeah, maybe we'll meet up again. Hopefully we do. That'd be so amazing.
Yeah. It was so cool to meet up with you guys both times at Canoecopia and stuff like that. And when we did meet up there, it was like we've known each other forever too, right?
It's just so awesome. Yeah.
Like Johnny comes sneaking up behind me there 2 years ago. And he like tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around, I was like, "Bro, how you doing, man?" We've never met before, but we did, right? So
exactly.
Do you ever plan coming to some of the shows here in Ontario, like the Outdoor Adventure Show, or?
So yeah, that was in the works, but didn't work out this year. But yeah, you never know. Absolutely.
No, yeah, we'll supposed see. Got nixed.
So we'll see. Yeah, it's about $1,000 weekend for us to go there.
Yeah.
Just with
it's like us coming to Wisconsin. So
it's like exactly. So it was just more timing and planning and all that kind of stuff. But definitely, we would love to go to that too. So
maybe next year.
All right.
Like a second honeymoon, right? Before you close out the show, can I add one thing?
Please do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're doing your draw there for the season end. I would love to throw in a prize too, maybe a Canoehound Adventures hat, some stickers, and some swag and stuff like that. So whoever wins, shoot me their address too, and I'll shoot them.
Stop it.
Do 2 sides of draws, I'll shoot them a prize pack as well.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yep. Well, I might have to enter that. Wait, I can't.
And Dennis, I'm gonna drop some stuff off at yours, and then you can mail it all together.
Stop it.
There you go.
I don't know yet what. It'll be a surprise. We'll see.
Yeah, we got like the trifecta here.
Aren't Canadians so nice?
They are.
We are.
We are. We are.
And one other thing, you cool kids, hopefully you're coming back for another season, because first, congratulations on 3 great years. You've had on fantastic guests. And I know the amount of work that goes into this. We all in this niche, we all talk about it, but you're doing a fantastic job, and you're making some great friendships, and that's probably the best thing about it, right? So congratulations on 3 great years.
Thank you very, very much.
Hopefully we get up to where you're at, man. You've been killing it.
And I am gonna say one thing too. So people always said, backcountry couples, that's such a niche. And I'm like, there's no shortage of backcountry couples out there.
No.
Like, it's amazing, all the new people, the people that we haven't even discovered yet,
Yep.
And then the bros thing came about because we have a bunch of like guy friends that are like, hey,
they're like,
what about us?
Can we do a show? And I'm like,
and we're like, yeah. So I think we've had 4 like Backcountry Bros shows, and they've been like super fun too.
We haven't done ladies yet.
We haven't done any sisters,
which we need to come up with a name for that.
So, but yeah,
I thought you had a mother-daughter pairing on the show one time, didn't you?
Nope.
We did not.
No. Okay. But that's okay. I mean, but yeah. So just like you, it's just time to close it out for the end of the season. We've got things happening for this summer that we're going to try and get rolling with, and but yeah,
we have to ship some gears and focus our time and energy on other things to make everything happen that we want to.
Right. Exactly. In our time frame. You know what I mean?
And specifically for our new venture up on the property.
Absolutely.
Because the window of opportunity to do stuff up there is
narrow.
Very small.
Yeah.
You got 5, maybe 6 months at tops.
Yeah, to get things rolling up there.
Just because of road construction restrictions, for heavy equipment.
Right. Love it. So. Awesome.
Well, good luck with it. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
super
Ingo.
Awesome chatting and seeing you and all that fun stuff and sharing good stories. And I'm glad that we surprised you on a couple things and there were some good laughs and
It's always cool being in the passenger seat once in a while.
Absolutely.
Right, sure. It's nothing wrong with sitting back and enjoying yourself once in a while.
So,
and for the record, he is a real backcountry bro. You're like a bro to me there, Ingo.
Like seriously,
that's
it's
neutral.
So nice.
Absolutely, we have lots of fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to trip with you guys. It'll be a good time for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to bring anything, nothing.
Well, hopefully clothes.
Nothing. I'm bringing nothing because Ingo's got it all. I'm going to bring clothes. Stop it already.
Please bring some clothes. I don't want to see you in Ingo's clothes.
I don't want to wear Ingo's clothes. Exactly. On that note, stop it. Right
I got a hat.
Hey. You started.
I got a hat for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Here, honey.
All right. Don't go anywhere. John's going to drop you down. All righty. So thank you very much again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody in the chat.
Oh, gosh. So fun. Too funny.
Yeah.
Backcountry Bros. Let's go.
At least close.
Yeah, I will be prepared. I promise. Absolutely. Super good. Quietest chat ever. Seriously, people, I am shocked.
Oh, by the way, hi, Mom. I saw she came
it's all good.
Late.
No, Dennis.
Backcountry single lady. I don't know, Jackie. It's a couples thing.
I know. Everybody.
Well, maybe you can get Cindy to come down, and you can have you and Cindy on the show.
Well, yeah. We'll have to. We'll be doing more research as the summer progresses. And all
a couple of
fun.
campers. I got a mother-daughter combo.
There you go.
Okay. You got our contact info. Shoot us a message.
They do. What are we doing the show? Little Dennis and Ingo. The Ingo and Dennis show. That was good.
The bro show.
They have some good stories. And I can't wait to see the Wabakimi stuff. Like seriously.
Right.
Woo!
You cattle prod in trying to get information.
I just wanted a little snippet. That's all.
Too much.
No.
TMI.
Wait a minute. Doc, the Backcountry Singles dating service? No. Holy moly. Thanks everybody so much. Awesome season 3.
It was pretty incredible.
Amazing.
We had awesome guests, which all of our guests are awesome.
We do. And we always get a nice little takeaway from like everybody. You know, we always learn something. It was just incredible the people that we got to meet, chat with. Some we've already met in person. Others we are going to meet up with this summer. So which has been really, really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we have to thank Mickwick for sponsoring, hanging out with us for 3 years, which is really incredible. And for our little giveaway, which has now been enhanced. So, the giveaway.
Huge enhancement.
So, Weekender, the coffee,
the patches.
We've got
my tree's right side up.
Canoehound Adventures swag. Whoops. We've got little kid products surprise pack. Right. So, the question was because I already asked. All right. How many acres
did we purchase
in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan?
A.
Right. They say A up there, honey.
Yeah, A.
They do.
That's why I said A.
They do. So I love that.
She says A too.
Sometimes they do.
When she's angry.
Email us, okay? Your answer. We need it by Saturday. And then we will
before Sunday morning.
We'll do our little wheelie spinny thing. I don't know what that thing's called. I can't think of what that thing's called. It's the wheelie spinny thing.
It's called the winning wheel.
The winning wheel. We're gonna spin the winning wheel, and then we will let everybody know who wins. So thanks everybody for hanging out.
And
again.
how are you gonna do that? You gonna post? You gonna post on Instagram?
Yeah, we'll do it on Instagram, and we'll email you too.
People want to know.
Yeah. Do not put it in the chat.
Oh, Mom. Where's my delete?
Mom. Everybody. Jace.
Don't put it in the chat.
Wheel of Fortune. I'm good at that show. Anywho, all right, everybody.
I know someone's been on that.
That's
show.
Right. Everybody have a very great summer. We can't wait to connect with everybody. Keep in touch.
Yeah.
Right. And follow along.
You know us, we know you.
That's right. I love that. And don't forget, 9:00 tonight, we have another video. It's going to be a little premiere. You're going to see.
She's going to do the premiere. I'm going to bed.
There you go. But we got the installing of our cameras for the property, and we're all good to go. All right, everybody, have a good night. Love you.
And we'll see y'all on the next quest.
Yeah, you will.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
All right. Ciao.